Hello everyone. A very warm welcome to everyone present over here. I am Namrata Hari from SRMIC Ramapuram. Hack the Mountains 2.0 welcomes you all for the 29th session of Qubits. It's really nice that all of you have taken off your time to attend the session and learn something new. Let's continue having the spirit for this event and for the upcoming events as well. We welcome you all to another highly engaging session on the topic ethical marketing with Rishikesh Ranjan. Rishikesh Ranjan is the Chief Marketing Officer at Space Nova. His experience in the field makes him more than qualified to guide you through this workshop. Let's discuss and learn how to turn ideas into reality. Hack the Mountains team welcomes you, Mr. Rishikesh. Without further ado, the stage
Thank
is
you.
all yours to rock.
Thank you so much. As Namrata introduced me, I'm Rishikesh Ranjan and I am Chief Marketing Officer at Spacenova. And today I will be talking about ethical marketing. So let's begin then. I will be sharing my screen. Cool. Hi everyone. So this is Rishikesh and let's begin our session. So the topic today is ethical marketing and how it can change and how it can build an image of any company. So basically there is a good and bad in everyone and both good and bad are just waiting for a chance to come outside. So what you have to do is you have to do is you have to relate that good in your target audience and bring it out so that they can relate to the company as well. So let's take a look at the table of content. So first, we will be discussing about what exactly ethical marketing is. Then they will be talking about how it is different from government regulations. Then we will go and see that why we should use the ethical marketing. Then we will see some examples of companies who are using ethical marketing and they have built a really good image for their own. Then we will be seeing how Facebook advertising really supports ethical marketing. Then there will be a small session of quick Q&A where you can ask me anything regarding ethical marketing or any kind of marketing. So let's go ahead. So ethical marketing is not basically a type of marketing. This is not basically a kind of marketing. This is a way of marketing. This is a way of marketing where companies not just focus on their own benefits, but also on the benefits of society as whole. So whenever a company launches a product, they just don't put the whole motto of the product as the benefit. They do not just care about how they can make more and more profit from people. They also make sure that any one of not just anyone, any of the social or environmental issue, they try to solve it. They try to change the world for better for their customers and for their own employees. So what is basically ethical marketing is whenever you launch a product, whenever you have a product, you have a service, what you have to do first is you go and build a target audience. You must create that what kind of people might be interested in your product, and then you make a survey of the people who are interested in the product, and then see that are these people are these people do these people like any environmental issue? Do they support any environmental issue? Do they retaliate any social issues such as gender bias, low wages, global warming, or deforestation? First, you choose any specific one of these social issue or environmental issue, and then you work for that specific issue. Let's say that you have a product, you have a target audience, and most of your target audience really retaliate the concept of deforestation. Then what you do is you build a marketing campaign specifically based on that motto, that topic, deforestation, saying that you do not really support deforestation, and you really work, you sue the company, sue other companies who are doing deforestation, and you try to you try to change the world for better. You try to sue the company, you try to stop deforestation in specific world. Then what you do, whenever you are selling your product, whenever you are showing your product to the people, to your target audience, then you do not just go and tell that this is my product and these are the features of my product, and these are and this is the benefit of all of my product. You do not just go and do that. What you do is you tell them that we do not support deforestation, and we have done this kind of things and to avoid deforestation in retaliation of deforestation. This is how people will relate to you as a brand. People do not buy a product; they buy from a brand from whom they can relate to. They buy relations. You sell relations. You do not sell a product. So next topic is what are the principles of ethical marketing. So there are many different kinds of principle of ethical marketing, and I have just listed here six, and I will try to explain all of these with a small example. So first is that whenever you launch a product, whenever you launch a service, whenever you launch a marketing campaign, you make sure that in not in any kind of way your product, your service, or your marketing campaign harm any harm the environment, or harm the belief of a community. You have to make sure that it is not harming any of these things, such as, let's say that you have launched a new type of jacket, and your target audience are the people who make a target audience of the people who love animals. So what you do is you show your product as that you have not harmed any animal in making of the jacket, that this is not a leather jacket, this is not made by killing other animals, and this is how people will relate to the jacket. They will not, of course, they will not relate to the product. They will relate to the belief that you have set in front of them, that you also are an animal lover as your customers are. So this is how people will relate to you. Next is you do not hurt a belief of a community. This specific principle goes with religious people or people who are attached to a region such as a country or a state. So whenever you launch a product or a service or a marketing campaign, you have to make sure that it is not going against any of the people, any of the religious belief, any of the state belief, any of the country belief. You have to make sure that it is not going against any of these beliefs. You have to make sure that it is not hurting the feelings of the people who belong to these specific communities. The third thing is you cannot falsify a data when you are when you are showing your product to the people. You cannot falsify any data. So what I'm saying is, let's say that you are launching a product and you are saying you are launching a phone, and you say that the phone has a battery backup of 30 hours, but when the people buy, they see that the battery backup is only 15 hours. So this is not something that you are doing to sell your product. This is going to scar the image of your company, and at a bigger level. Say you sold all the products saying that you have 30 hours of battery backup. They bought the product, they used the product, they saw that my phone will discharge every 15 hours. So what they are going to do, they are going on internet and they are going to review you that this is not real data. They are not telling you the truth, and other people will see that review. So this is not just about you selling the product. This is also about people caring about people, not just showing them that you care. You really have to care for them, because they are going. If you do not cater to each and every of their problem, they are really going to that is really going to start the image of the company. Fourth is protect customers' privacy. This is basically if you have a website, if you have data of all the customers who have made transactions with you, so such as a phone number, email address, a shipping address, then you have to make sure that these data are intact and only with you. You cannot in any way, no company should sell this data, leave this data to anyone. If it happens in any kind of way, then also it is going to scar the image of your company. As in last 5 years, you must have seen that there were many news regarding some specific company. I'm not going to take the name of the company. You have to make sure that these companies are. You must have seen that these companies have news that these companies have leaked the data in to other people. So, and that really scarred the image of their company. That really bring down the stocks of these companies. That these companies, these are billion-dollar companies, and even a single news like this can really bring down the stocks of the company. So fifth is show all the risks along with the benefit. So whenever you are selling a product, you have to make sure that whenever you are putting some the benefits of the product, you have to also tell them that what are the side effects of the product. what are the risks of the products when they buy the product. So let's take mosquito repellent for an example. So whenever you see a packet of mosquito repellent, you always see that there is a square with a green and white written poison. So that is what the responsibility of the company is. What happens if someone use that to someone inhales it in any kind of way, then that is going to make a really bad image for your company. That is why you have to always put all the risks of using your product. And in this way, that this is basically a really delicate topic. Whenever you are showing the risks of using your product, you have to show that risk in form that along with the benefit, so that people do not get repelled by the risks. You have to show that the risk of using the product is really less when you compare it to the benefits that you are getting. But that does not mean that you only have to show the benefit. You have to always tell them what are the risks of using your product or your service. Last is all transactions must be completely transparent. Every company who is using ethical marketing should always tell the people that what are they getting charged for. Let's say that there is shipping cost, there is a manufacturing cost, there is a labor cost. Then you have to tell them that this is as if you are ethically, if you are working on the basis of an ethics, if your company is based on the basis of ethics or moral, then you have to tell them that these are the things which you are getting charged for. We are not just charging you for anything. These are real things for which you are getting charged for. And when people see that you are how much transparent you are with them, they will feel you. They will feel connected to you as on a human level instead of an organization level. Okay, so next topic is how ethical marketing is different from government regulations. So first, let's take a look on what a government regulations is. Government regulations is a legal remedy intended to mitigate or correct an ethical issue such as pollution of air that we all share. So let's say that there is an industry, a power plant of some kind, which has been established in urban area where people are also living. So government has some set of guidelines. Whenever you are registering a company, then you will they will ask you that your company belongs to which category, and in every category there is a set of guidelines that you have to follow, and these are the guidelines set by the government. So whenever you are, let's say you are establishing a power plant, then power plant, then what you have to do is you have to there is government regulations that you cannot exhaust this much amount of sulfur dioxide in the air. So these are the things which has been set by the government. You cannot call yourself ethical marketer, but just because you are following the government regulations. How you become an ethical marketer? You become an ethical marketer when you take this thing to another level. What you do is, instead of the what the has been set by the government, what level has been set by the government, you decrease your sulfur dioxide exhausted to really low. Then you use this in front of the customers, saying them that this is what has been set by the government, and this is what we are exhausting, and you are using a product which is clean, which has not harmed the environment or any other community in any kind of way. This is what is difference between an ethical marketing and a government set regulation. Next is why we should use an ethical marketing. Ethical marketing, basically, you can see here that ethical marketing helps to increase retention, because people relate to you when you use ethical marketing. When you raise an issue which is relatable to people who are let's say that people who are chanting against global warming. So your target audience is chanting against global warming. So what you do is, you tell them that you run a campaign against global warming. You establish some pamphlets. You establish some industries who are doing work of cleaning the air. So you are not in the business of cleaning the air. You are in the business of, let's say, in the garment business. But since the people who are using your product are chanting against global warming, then what you do is, as you go and establish an industry which is, the whole task of the industry is to just clean the air. So, and then whenever you are going to sell the product, whenever you are going to sell the garment to the people will see that you have to show them that we are not just in the business of selling garment. We are in the business of cleaning the air. We are in the business of protecting the earth. We are in the business of saving the environment. So this is how ethical marketing works, and this will help you to relate to the people, relate to your target audience, relate to your customers much better, much better than before. Next is let's take an example, some examples which I already suggested that I will be talking about some examples of companies who have already used ethical marketing in their business, and they have really made some really good name for them. So first is Dr. Bronner's. So Dr. Bronner's is a liquid soap based company. It was established in 1940 and after the World War. So it was established by Emmanuel Bronner. What he did is after the end of the World War, he went to different seminars and talked about the issue of what will happen if you use organic based soap, how it will change your skin and how it will also help save the environment. And there were many people who were inspired by that speech. So what they did is that speech was nearly 30,000 words long. So what they did is they put that 30,000 word long lecture in all of their products. As you can see on the screen here, this bottle has featured the whole lecture that Emmanuel Bronner delivered in those seminars. This featured everything. So what it does is it helps the people whenever someone is using the shampoo or the soap, they can read what is written on this. They will feel intrigued that what is this, why they have written this much information on the product. So they will start reading, and when they will read it, they will feel connected to them, because this is how this company is helping in not just helping them in clear their skin. It is also helping in save the environment. Next thing that they did as a company is they have set the minimum wage of the company is 5 times more than the minimum wage set by the government of United States of America. So this is really good, because when employees who are working for them, when they really feel valued, they will work for the company. They will not work for money. They will work for the company. They will make sure that company makes more and more profit, because they feel related to the company, because the company is catering to all their needs. Then what the third thing that this company did is they started picking out other companies who are using harmful chemicals in their product. So they started testing all those things that is already happening in the world. And whenever they find something that is not following the government regulations, that can harm people's health or the environment itself, then they sued all the companies who are doing this kind of thing. And the major thing that the company is doing is they are donating nearly half of the company profit to the non-profit organizations who are working for marijuana litigations, income inequality, fair trade, and organic standards. So and they are using this specific thing to showcase people that we are doing this. We are donating half of our profit for these cause. So what will happen then is whoever who do not want to use organic products. Let's say there are people who do not want to use organic products, but the people who are fighting against marijuana litigation, income inequality, free trade, then they will see that whenever I buy product from this company, my some amount will go to fighting these issues, which I am also fighting. So people will relate to the product, and this is the whole motto of the ethical marketing, that people relate to you better than before. Next company is Everlane. Everlane is a garment producing company. As you can see here in the background, this is the company which produces t-shirts, shirts, t-shirts, and other kinds of garments. So what this company does is this company collaborates with factories who are manufacturing, who collaborates with factories who can help them in manufacturing their garments. So what they do is there is government set regulations, and there is regulations set by the company itself. and the company set regulations is much better than the government set regulations. So what they do is whenever they partner with a factory who helps them in manufacturing their product, they make sure that the regulations set by the company is being followed. And whenever they market the product, they tell their customers that see here, this is how we are helping to save the environment. We are helping to to the people who are making your product. They are not being starved. They are not being starved. They have enough money to do everything. They are being treated fairly. So this is how they market the product. They do not market the product saying that see this t-shirt is made with pure cotton. They do not talk about those things. They talk about the emotional issue of how they are creating the product instead of what is it in the product. Second thing is radical transparency. So I will show you that what radical by what radical transparency. What do I mean? So this is the what company does is company shows everyone. Company shows that what are the costs that has made the product made possible. So see here, I think it was, yeah. So this is the material cost. This is labor cost. This is transport cost, and this is the duty cost. Duty cost means the cost of taxes paid to the government. You can see here that the company is showing each and everything transparently, everything to the people, and this is the true cost, and this is the cost that they are paying, because of course they have to pay to the office charges, they have to pay to their employees, so they will be charging more than what the manufacturing cost is. But even then they are showing you that what are the exact costs made to which made the product possible, and this is the radical transparency that makes the company such a big success. Next is Warby Parker. So Warby Parker is basically a glass-based company. This company makes spectacles for people in need, such as power spectacles, not like Ray-Ban. So what they do is they started a campaign on basis of on the motto of everyone has right to see. Then what they did is they ran a campaign where whenever you buy a set of glass from them, they donate a set of glass to the people who need it without any charge of money. So let's say that the manufacturing cost of spectacle is $2, then they are charging you $5 for the product. So they are not making a profit of $3. They are making profit of $1 because they are donating $2 worth of spectacles to people who really need, other people who need the product. So and they are showing you that that whenever you buy something from them, you are also donating money to the people who really need it, and they do not have money to afford it. So and what they do is whenever you buy a product and whenever they donate it, the product, in the name of the donation, people have. There is your name written in the donation. Whenever they donate a spectacle to someone, there is your name written there, which shows that, and you get you get to know that this is the person on whom I donated. So this is how you relate to them. So you after buying the spectacle, after 1 year after buying the spectacle, you will remember that moment when you saw someone being happy because you bought a spectacle from other company, and then there was a different person who was happy because you bought the spectacle. And this is how they the Gobber Partner company work on an emotional level. And the next thing, currently what they are doing is instead of donating spectacles, they are donating protection equipments and against COVID. Right now in since 2020, they are donating protection equipment against COVID instead of spectacles. Next company is Toms. Toms is a company which creates shoes. So what they do is they have again the same concept here is too, that they donate every $1. They for every $3 that they make, they donate $1 to people who really need the money, who really need the shoe. So they have donated nearly around 50 million shoes to people in need. How? From the profit that they make by the selling the shoes to people who are buying the shoes. So now they have partnered with nearly 200 non-profit humanitarian organizations across 80 countries worldwide. And by doing this, and of course, whenever you will buy a product from them, you will see that how you are helping them in changing the world. And none of these companies whom I given you example right now, none of these companies sell their product based on the benefit of the product. Uh, all of these companies are selling, showing you that how buying from them will change the world for a better place. Why? Because they know that you do care about other people, contrary to popular belief. Know that no one cares about what is happening in the world. Many people cares, and in deep down they know that. Deep down you know that, and that is why they are doing so much good in the world to make you aware, to make you relate specifically to them, to the company instead of to the product. Next is Patagonia. This is a company. This is really good example here. What they did do is when you will go on their website, when you will try to buy a product from them, you will see that there is an extra cost of 1% called the earth tax. What is earth tax? They charge you 1% of whatever you have bought the product. They charge you 1%, and they donate that 1% to non-profit organizations who are working to make our earth more cleaner, to against the issues like global warming, deforestation, and that plastic island which is in Pacific or Atlantic. So that is what they are doing. And their another campaign was to instead of buying a new jacket every buying a new jacket every winter, what you have to do is you have to first donate the jacket which you have already worn, which you have gotten bored from. You have to go and donate them. Then they recycle the product and they sell the jacket to people who really need it to very minimal cost. And this is how they are marketing their company image to the people, to the main people, and to the people who really need it. There are so many countries in different worlds who know Patagonia, because not because they make world class jacket. They know them because these are kind of mashiha to them, because they have provided so much garments to them, who has been donated by the people who already used who have already gotten gold from the ground. So the last example is of Spacenova. Spacenova is a space-based tech startup, and what Spacenova does is Spacenova provides education, quality education on the topics of on different fields of space sciences, and they provide you information in form of master classes and training programs. So, and whenever you will go and compare the prices of the master classes and training programs of Space Nova to other companies in the similar field, you will find that the prices of Space Nova are really low, are really are less compared to other. And what even after that, some people cannot afford to pay that money to the company. Then what they do is they provide 100% scholarship to these people who cannot afford to pay that much money. So, and currently Spacenova has started a PR campaign called Gravity Doesn't Discriminate, Why Should We? So basically this campaign means is that gravity and other physical laws are equal to each and every one of them. Even if you believe in gravity or you don't believe in gravity, gravity will treat you the same. And that is how each and every human being should do too. They should also they should also treat each and everyone equally, no matter how they treat you back. So this is what they are trying to convey the message through their this PR campaign. You can go and see their social media accounts, and you will find out that how they are trying to make a difference. So, and also apart from that, they have also ran so many different free webinars on different topics of space sciences, which you can go and see for free without any charges. You can also go and find out you can also go and check their core value proposition in the about page, and I will try to put the link in the description. So now comes the most interesting topics: Facebook advertising. When you are in marketing, this is the one. This is a topic which really intrigues you, because Facebook advertising has changed the whole course of how advertising is done. Apart from Google, Facebook is the biggest platform where the marketing, where advertisement is being done. and of course, Facebook is leading Google in many kind of way. Currently, they are both in the equal amount, equal race because after the fact that Google acquired YouTube. But let's make sure that Facebook is always ahead in every form of advertisement. So Facebook advertisement is also supporting ethical marketing. So how is it is supporting ethical marketing? Is Facebook has laid out some ground rules that whenever you are running an ad through Facebook, you have to follow these ground rules, or else your ad won't get approved. When you put an ad to your ad goes into review, and there is a person sitting, in other side of the screen who sees the ad, who knows all about the guidelines set by the Facebook, who sees the ad and check that if this ad is in any kind of way is going against the laws set by the Facebook, and if it goes against the laws of Facebook, it will reject your ad. And if it is following all the rules, then only it will get approved. So let's see the examples who are let's see the examples that how these what are these points are. So first is Facebook has set some community standards. Community standards are not just for Facebook advertising; these are for also the people who are using Facebook for their personal use. So I have set the link in the description where you will go and check what are the community standards. There, that is really a 10,000 words documentation. You will see that what to do and what not to do when you are using Facebook, not for advertising, just for using Facebook for talking to your friends or sharing posts. So these are the community standards set by Facebook. So your ad must to follow these standards. Second thing is illegal products or services. You cannot sell any illegal product or services which has not been approved by government in any kind of way. Third is discriminatory practices. So you cannot run an ad who in any kind of way is hurting belief of people of some color, people of some religion, people of some country, or people of some ethnicity. You cannot hurt any people if in their ad. If you are in any kind of way, if your copy of the ad is hurting anyone, it will get rejected by the Facebook. Next comes unsafe supplement. You have to put that what you are selling and what are the risks of what you are selling, and in the ad itself, in the landing page of your company, or landing page of your product, when you are selling something which may harm people in any kind of way, and they check the landing page too. Whenever you submit an ad, they go and check the landing page which you have given to them, and let's go and check that is it hurting anyone in any kind of way. You again, next thing is you cannot sell arms and ammunition on Facebook. Of course, it is self-explanatory. I do not have to explain this in any kind of way. Next is adult content. You cannot run an ad showing any kind of adult content in the copy of your ad, and that includes nudity, depiction of people in explicit or suggestive position, or activities that are sexually proactive. So you cannot run ads if you have these kind of things in your ads. And these are just some simple. These are some one of the six of the examples from the whole pile of documentation. And if you want to go, if you want to check other principles, other laws set by the Facebook, you have to go and check it on this link. I will also drop this link in the description. You can go on facebook.com/policies/ads, and you can see that what are the rules, what are the things set by Facebook that you have to follow when you are running an ad on Facebook. And that would be all from my side. And I think if you have any questions, you can drop in the comment section right now, and I will try to answer all your questions.
Awesome session. I guess there is one question asked by Anmol Rishi. He asked, can ethical marketing be equated with community serving?
Yes, it can be equated with community serving, because community serving is basically how these are the non-profit organizations who are serving community in for a specific cause that they have chosen to work for. And ethical marketing is when you run these ads for when you choose a specific topic who are who your specific target audience can relate to. If that specific topic for which the community serving is working for, if that specific topic is relatable to your specific target audience, then it can be work for then it can be equated with community serving, of course.
I guess that's
Okay,
it.
so
Mhm.
thank you so much, and thank you so much for your time. And I'm really grateful that I came here, and I tried to explain everything from my better judgment. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll be
And Namrata,
sharing
you
the
can take
links.
it.
Yeah, sure. We'll be sharing the links in the comment section soon, like whatever Rishikesh sir had mentioned. Okay, this session has been really eye-opening. Like it is really important that we think about our environment and make any decisions, and it's a really important point put forth in this session. Really awesome. Thank
Thank
you,
you so much.
Rishikesh sir. Thank you, Rishikesh sir, for taking off your time to attend, for taking this session. It was really nice to hear out all the valuable insights you had for us. I'm sure our audience enjoyed listening to this session. Before we wind up, there are some important announcements. That is that the hackathon registrations close at 4 p.m. IST on 27 June. So if you haven't registered yet, register soon at our Hack the Mountains website. Also, tomorrow we have our hackathon's opening ceremony at 10 a.m. Don't forget to tune in with us to know all the important details related to our hackathon. Before we sign off, I would like to mention that the feedback form link has been posted. So do fill it up soon so that you are eligible to grab your Hack the Mountains participation certificate. Um, I guess that's it. Thank you everyone for being part of the session. Have a wonderful evening ahead.